The average American household spent $77,000 last year, and according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a significant chunk of that, thousands of dollars, went toward things that have quietly stopped making financial sense. Not because people are reckless, because nobody told them the rules changed. Prices shifted, markets shifted. The stuff that used to be a reasonable spend, a normal spend, has turned into a slow drain, and most people are still on autopilot. So that's what this video about. 10 categories where your money is working against you in 2026. We're going to go through all 10. I'll give you the numbers, and you can decide what to do with it. I'm your rich friend, by the way, the one who actually breaks down complex financial concepts for free without trying to sell you anything. If that sounds useful, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Now, number 1. Brand new cars. The average new car payment in the US right now is $737 a month. Stack insurance on top of that, national average another $180, and you're past $900 a month before you've put gas in it. And the vehicle itself? It loses roughly 20% of its value in the first year, not over the long term, the first year. You are financing something that is worth quite less the second you own it. The used market has normalized since the post-pandemic spike. Certified pre-owned vehicles, often with remaining factory warranty, are sitting at 30 to 40% below new car pricing. That gap is money, real money. A brand new car in 2026 is a depreciating asset. Number 2. Subscriptions you've stopped noticing, all of them. I know this sounds quite obvious, but in reality, just like you, most people dramatically underestimate how much they're spending here. West Monroe Partners published a study. People estimate they spend around $86 a month on subscriptions. The real number averages $219. That's not a rounding error. That's a $1,600 a year gap between what people think they're spending and what's actually leaving their account. Streaming services, premium subscription of apps you barely use, cloud storage you've never organized, a news paywall from an article you clicked 8 months ago. Each one is small enough to ignore. That's the design. The business model depends on you not noticing. Go into your bank statement right now. Search the word subscription. What you find will surprise you. Number 3. Extended warranties on electronics. Extended warranties on electronics are among the highest margin retail products in existence, some with markups over 1,000%. Retailers push them hard because the math works heavily in their favor, not yours. This should tell you something. Consumer Reports has studied this for decades. Electronics fail either early, inside the standard manufacturer warranty, or they run for years past any extended coverage period. The middle window, the one you're paying to cover, it rarely comes. What most people don't know, many credit cards automatically extend your manufacturer warranty at no charge. American Express, Chase Sapphire, Citi. Check your benefits before you say yes at the register. The answer to the warranty upsell is almost always no. Number 4. Cable should have been dead years ago, but somehow in 2026, people are still paying $150, $180, even $200 a month for it. And for what? 400 channels you cycle through before landing on something you've already seen? The average cable bill in the US has crossed $150 a month. Some packages, with sports tiers and regional add-ons, push $200. That's $2,400 a year for a service most households use for maybe 10 channels. The argument used to be that you couldn't get live sports or local news without it. That argument is gone. YouTube TV, Hulu Live, DirecTV Stream, live sports, local affiliates, news, all of it, for $70 to $90 a month. Not a perfect swap, but close enough that the $60 to $100 monthly difference is hard to justify. If you're still paying for cable TV in 2026 because it's familiar, that familiarity is costing you about $1,000 a year. Let it go. Number 5. Gym memberships you're paying as penance. January is over. February is over. March hits and gym attendance drops by about 50% at most facilities, and gyms count on this. They sell memberships on the assumption that most people won't use them. This isn't speculation, it's the business model. A standard commercial gym has around 1,500 members for every 300 people who could realistically fit at one time. They survive because 67% of members never show up. You're essentially subsidizing someone else's workout. If you go 3 times a week or more, a gym membership is reasonable. But if you're being honest with yourself and you're going once a week or less, you're merely paying a guilt tax of $40 to $80 a month. And guilt doesn't burn calories. Audit it like any other subscription. If you haven't been in 30 days, cancel it. Do YouTube workouts, go for walks, or find a pay-per-visit gym near you. Number 6. Daily coffee shop runs. Okay, I know, nobody wants to hear stop buying coffee. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that a daily specialty coffee habit in 2026, where a single drink is now $7 to $9 at most major chains, runs you $2,500 to $3,300 a year. That's not coffee. That's a flight to Europe. That's a car payment. That's an emergency fund. A decent espresso machine at home pays for itself in under 2 months at that rate. The coffee doesn't have to get worse, it's often better, just not at a 700% markup every single morning. The habit stays, the drain doesn't. Number 7. New clothes at full retail price. The resale clothing market is now a $200 billion industry. It's not a fringe thing anymore. Platforms like Poshmark, Depop, and ThredUp are moving brand name and designer clothing at 50 to 80% below retail, often barely worn, sometimes still tagged. At the same time, fast fashion has gotten more expensive and hasn't gotten more durable. You are paying more for less on a cycle that's designed to repeat itself every season. The brands profit from the churn. You fund it. Number 8. Food delivery apps. A $14 meal becomes a $30 to $36 order on a delivery app by the time you've paid the delivery fee, the service fee, surge pricing if it applies, and the suggested tip, which is calculated on the inflated total, not the food cost. That's a 120% markup on a meal. A meal that would cost you $15 at the restaurant can easily hit $35 to $40 by the time it lands at your door. The National Restaurant Association estimates delivery app use at an average of 3 to 4 times per week among regular users. At that frequency, the annual cost sits between $4,500 and $6,700 for food that would cost a fraction of that to cook and significantly less to pick up yourself. Number 9. Lottery tickets and casino gambling. This one I say with love. The lottery is not a financial plan. The odds of winning a major jackpot are roughly 1 in 300 million. You are more likely to be struck by lightning twice while writing a best-selling novel. And yet, Americans spend over $100 billion on lottery tickets a year. In 2023, it was estimated that Americans spent $113 billion on lottery tickets. The people spending the most, proportionally, are in the lowest income brackets, which makes the lottery one of the most regressive financial products in existence. If you're playing for fun occasionally, fine. Budget for it like entertainment. But if some part of your brain is counting on it as a financial strategy, that hope is expensive, and it's being sold to you by the same governments that should be building social safety nets. Number 10. Minimum payments on high-interest debt. I saved the most important one for last. If you are carrying credit card debt and only making minimum payments, you are paying sometimes 24, 26, even 29% interest on your own money. That is not a fee. That is wealth destruction in real time. In fact, the average credit card APR in the U.S. hit 28% in late 2024, the highest on record. If you're carrying a $5,000 balance and making only the minimum payment, you will pay over $8,000 in interest before the balance is gone, and it will take you roughly 17 years to get there. Every month you service that debt at minimum, you are handing the bank money that belongs in your own life. There are 3 exits: the avalanche method, pay the highest rate card first; the snowball, smallest balance first for momentum; or a 0% balance transfer, a hard window to actually eliminate the principal. None of them are painless, but all of them beat the alternative. Minimum payments are not a debt strategy, they're a delay strategy, and the bank charges you for every month of it. None of these are about cutting your life down to nothing, never enjoying your life and having some fun. They're about paying attention, because the economy in 2026 is not forgiving of habits you set on autopilot 3 years ago. Prices moved, rates moved. Some of this stuff just doesn't make the same sense it once did. Some of these will apply to you, some won't. That's fine. But the ones that did hit, go do something about it this week, not this month. The gap between knowing and doing is where most of the money gets lost. And if this video was useful to you, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next one.